Last night, I went and bought 21 different school supplies, and today, I went back and bought the exact same ones, but this time, they were state tax free. And the difference in cost? $1.52. Until we get enough rain, winds like this are gonna be what's gonna keep that odor away. William Woods has 130 horses here like Charlie, and 120 students. That's over a 1-to-1 ratio for horse to student. The last person to get gas here paid $147 for 30 gallons of gas. This sign was put up by protesters off Highway 63 near Clark. Those excavators back there are already moving scrap metal. It's all red and gold here today at Arrowhead Stadium for the Kansas City Chiefs season opener. That ice was all over the top of this parking garage. And this week, it's been quite a mess. Now the fire started here in apartment 11 and spread to 9 other apartments and the apartment office here. That tarp behind me covering the emergency room sign is torn and tattered. Lincoln University students and alumni alike took their push for change in university leadership to the state capitol.
Moving forward for us is having Dr. Mosley either resign or terminated.
The governor appoints LU's Board of Curators, so the group met with the Missouri Legislative Black Caucus to talk about procedures for terminating President John Mosley.
What do we want? Answers! When do we want them? Now!
This comes after Administrator Bonnie Candia Bailey died by suicide. LU curators have placed Mosley on paid leave and named an interim president.
The last thing she said to us was pray for her and that she loved us, you know, and that they weren't going to shut her up. And we didn't know what she meant by that, but we know now.
Dozens of alumni from as far as Atlanta and Texas made the trip to join students as they marched to the Capitol.
We saw a pattern of abuse and bullying, and I thought it would be good for me to come down to support our vice president as far as her demise happened, and I want to be there to support her as well as everyone else here.
The group was also introduced on the Senate floor.
We want to represent and make sure that that doesn't happen again.
Lacey Reeves, KMU 8 News, Jefferson City. Melissa Long grew up all over in mid-Missouri, and her cousin Angela remembers seeing her often.
It seemed like it was like every weekend we would just play. My cousins and I were always so close. We were always raised more like siblings than cousins.
Melissa lived with her husband in the state of California until her death on Monday.
I was laying in bed. My uncle called me. I got the phone call and told me what had happened about Melissa being shot by her husband.
According to Fresno station ABC 30, Long has a history of domestic violence. Deputies were called to the couple's home at least 10 times in the past. Melissa's death isn't the only expense the family has had during the last few months. A GoFundMe is collecting funds to get Melissa home.
We don't just have the cash laying around. We've buried 2 family members in the last 200 days that, you know, the financial struggles of those alone, you know, and a third one on top of it is just, it's overwhelming at this point.
Melissa's cousin says she knows leaving a domestic violence situation isn't easy.
That takes a lot to actually make that decision to leave, and she was doing it, and it's a strong person.
Her family says it's not just about bringing her home, but about going to California if Bobby Long goes to trial.
It may be hard. It's gonna be hard. But getting out will save your life.
Grinch! What are you doing down here? What did you do to my candles? Get out of here!
He's been caught on camera causing mischief and pulling pranks. 15 local businesses filmed and shared their experiences on Facebook of the green thief making his way through town.
Hey guys, it's Kelsey here at Beards and Shears, and I came into my barbershop today to get ready, and look what I found. I think he's been here. He must be trying to change his identity. I hope you find him, Chief.
Durham School Services spotted the Grinch first. In fact, the bus transportation company started this new tradition last year.
Well, I've become quite the Grinch expert, I must say.
And just ahead of tomorrow's holiday parade, Christmas is no longer canceled.
The chief made a promise that by the time Christmas came around, he would have the Grinch arrested. Turn around. And he succeeded that.
Caught in the act, the Grinch went straight to the county jail, where he was fingerprinted, posed for a mugshot, and made to sit and think about the trouble he'd caused.
The good news is he's been captured, he's had a change of heart, his heart's gotten bigger.
A second chance for the holidays after his heart grew 3 sizes that day. And in California, there's only one thing left to say.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas!